Today's adventure is a 42-mile loop starting and finishing from Dalwhinnie. It skirts along Loch and then follows the river Patak over to towards Laggan, and thereafter I'm hoping to find the stone that marks the very centre of Scotland. Apparently it's something that's shrouded in myth and mystery. Thereafter it's a bit of a climb on the other side of the A9 before then returning back down to Dalwhinnie. Here's a wee taster as to what's coming up in this video. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Thanks for giving it a watch. Hopefully you'll get yourself all the way to the end. Log pile coming up. Going to have to take the detour. If you're enjoying this content, please consider giving it a like, and maybe even go as far as subscribing. That would be great, thanks. So that's me heading away from Loch now. I'm heading up towards Loch Patak, I think, next. Well, that was an interesting encounter with the stag there. I'm glad it was him that yielded first rather than me. I don't know what time of year it is for them. It could be rutting season, I'm not sure. So they could be in an aggressive mood. Anyway, as I'm filming this, I see another bunch up ahead. So I'll be keeping a beady eye on them. Being flanked by a bunch of stags. I've got some on the left, you can barely see them in the tussocks there. Is that the word, tussock? I don't know. And then two have just crossed in front of me over this side. Last time I was out, I was stuck for a prop for my bike. That's me putting my bike stand to good use. And that's Loch Patak up ahead. So I've brought the drone in. There was a buzzard that was taking too much of an interest in it here at Loch Patak. There's a few trees around and there's obviously buzzards maybe nesting, I don't know. So for safety's sake, I've brought the drone in. I think there's a section of the route coming up which is described in Gravel Rides Scotland as being barely distinguishable and also a wee bit boggy at times, depending on what weather's preceded it, I guess. But today it's been a couple of weeks of reasonably sunny weather. I don't think there's been much rain, so hopefully what I'm about to go onto here will be reasonably rideable. And I think it was only a kilometre or so anyway that was described in the book, so should make reasonable progress through it. Let's go. 20 metres later. I spoke too soon. Looks as if I'm going to have to wade around this. In fact, nah, I'm just going to cycle through it. just noticing how dirty my tyres and wheels are after that muddy section earlier on. Oh well, be out with a bucket and sponge later on. This has been such a pleasant ride so far. I'm really enjoying this. And that was a nice little diversion to the falls of Patak. Very spectacular. There's the answer to the deer and their rutting between September and November. That's when the males are rutting. This is a familiar road to me. As many years ago as an idiot, I joined a few friends and we ran over the Corrieyairack pass and then picked up our bikes at this side and cycled into Cairngorms. Part of what's called the Corrieyairack Challenge. We did it for charity, but it was quite a tough undertaking to run, certainly. Can't run anymore. I suffer calf injuries all the time. But yeah, that was the last time I was on this road. Lovely. Fuel. It's been like a trip down memory lane, this ride. It's a long time since I was at Lag and Wolf tracks as well. Nice rocky road though, and a can of full fat Coke. What more could the body need? Probably a lot less than that. So my Garmin's packed in, the battery has failed on me. It's been on its last legs for a while now, so I'll initiate Strava on my phone, see if I can join the two together, make it one coherent entry, otherwise it'll be two split entries for my Strava. Oh hum, time for a new head unit I think. So from Lagan, I'm currently heading up Glen Truim. which is a lovely smooth metalled road, and I'm heading towards what is supposedly the dead centre of Scotland, which I never knew about. Quite close to the A9, which is a road I travel regularly. I've never known this stone existed, or even the fact that the centre of Scotland was nearby. So a couple of K up the road, apparently I'll be in the centre of Scotland. So as I mentioned, there's some myth and mystery regarding this relatively new stone that marks the centre of Scotland, and it's worth reading up about it on the Cairngorms National Park website. Quite entertaining to read. However, I've just been speaking with a local, and he says, well, yeah, this is the latest version of this stone. This was put here in 2015, but the old one is over here on the wall, and he's just pointed out to me where it is. There we go. So it's got the blue thing underneath, and that stone there with the cross has been here for, well, quite some time. I don't know how long, but that apparently was the original centre of Scotland. So from here back to there, so somewhere in here is the epicentre, so to speak. Yeah. Anyway, today's amazing fact. Right. I'm running low on time here, so I'm not going to complete this whole route, regrettably, from Gravel Ride Scotland. This is route number 20. I'm going to continue heading in the direction I was, but then catch the cycle path on the A9 back down to Dalwhinnie and then away from there. So just reflecting on today's outing, I met a chap called Carlos who was doing the GB Giro, which is the off-road version of Land's End to John O'Groats. So Carlos, if you do manage to find the channel as we spoke about, much kudos to you, well done. Awesome undertaking and well done. A day of inspiration. It's nice meeting folk and having a chat. To end, here's an OS map of the route. I've also put a Strava link in the video description.